Hi guys, I'm Madison Mary and welcome back to my channel. So once again, we are in my new New York City setting. So sadly, we have no bookshelves behind me, which always breaks my heart a little bit, but it's okay. Today I have the mid-year book freakout tag. I'm not sure where this originated from since I keep seeing it just on different blogs, but I was tagged by the lovely Jess over at TundraTomes, so I'm super stoked to be doing this. I will leave Jess's channel down below. Definitely go check them out. They are just so sweet. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started on these questions. So we're gonna jump right in there with the question of what is the best book you have read so far in 2019? This is really great timing when I'm filming this because I finished my favorite book of 2019 2 days ago, I would like to say, and that book is easily going to be The Merciful Crow by Margaret Owen. Oh my god! Oh my god. So I'm currently filming a weekly vlog in which I read the last half of this book, and oh my god, it is going to be the best vlog you've ever seen because my reactions are priceless. I adored the heck out of this book. I already wrote a Goodreads review on it where I rave about it. I've been tweeting all over Twitter about this book too. It is just freaking phenomenal. So definitely go check out my I'll have actually Goodreads links to all these books down below if I have read them. If I have not, they'll just be Goodreads links to the books themselves, not my review. But you know, in my reviews I always have a summary of the book as well. But this book is so amazing. So this is an arc. This book comes out on July 30th and it's so far away, but trust me guys, you're gonna want to pre-order this book so much. I laughed, I was emotional, I screamed, this book gave me all the emotions. It was just so beautifully written, and the magic system in this is just phenomenal. I don't think I've ever seen a magic system like this before, and it just took my breath away. I adored it, and I'm so happy to know that so far there is going to be a sequel in this. It does not leave off on too much of a cliffhanger, but it leaves off in a way that you want to know what happens next. You want to know how these characters progress, and they're also beautifully fleshed out, and I loved it. I love it so much. It has to do with a girl who is part of the lowest caste, which is the crow caste, and she ends up having to, with the rest of her band of crows, take the crown prince and his body double to new allies because they faked their own deaths to get away from the queen who was trying to kill them. And if they did not succeed in putting the crown prince back on the throne, the entire crow caste will be wiped out, and so it's not good. It's such a good book though. The best sequel I read this year is such an easy choice. God's Grave by Jay Kristoff. This is the sequel to Nevernight. Oh my god, this book was so great. I actually have a reading vlog where I was reading this book. I buddy read it with Katie over at Katie's Book Nook, and oh my god, that's probably actually my favorite reading vlog because there is a montage of me finishing the book, and it's just different clips of me freaking out and just running around my apartment and all these different, it's hilarious. I love it. So go check that out. Next is a new release that you haven't read yet that you really want to. Easily for me, that is going to be Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. This has to do with the son of the President of the United States, who is a woman by the way, and the Prince of England, and the two of them have to make a friendship for the public eye, and then the two of them kind of start like a little love romance, and everyone's raving about it. I really want to read it. I still don't own it, but yeah, I just don't own it yet because I just have so many books here and I just don't have the space to buy it myself yet, so someday soon I'll get to it because I really want to. Next up is the most anticipated release that I have for the second half of the year. I have two. So in series wise, my most anticipated release for the second half of the year is easily Darkdawn. I mean, it's gonna be the ending to the Nevernight trilogy, and we know since the beginning that Mia is going to die, and I'm so intrigued to see how Jay Kristoff is gonna wrap up this series, how Mia's death is supposed to come about, how all these different storylines will come together, and I'm just Oh my god, I'm ready for my heart to just be ripped out of my chest. Then a debut that I'm excited for that comes out, which I do not have an arc of, and I really wish I did, is Blood Heir by Amelie and Zhao. This book was pushed back for publication, but I'm really interested in it. It is about a crown princess who has an affinity for blood, and she has been hidden behind her palace walls. Once her father is murdered, she has to flee the palace because she is framed as the murderer, and while on the road, she comes across this underground crime lord syndicate thing and that whole kind of story, and I'm really excited for it. I'm super stoked, and it comes out on November 19th, which is my birth month, which is perfect. Now we have the biggest disappointment, and I was tossing up between two books for this, but I had two books I was going to say for this, and I just this very second have decided to say something else, and that is going to be The Cellar by Natasha Preston. I was really disappointed because I adored The Cabin so much. Like, it is one of my favorite audiobooks that I've ever listened to, and The Cellar was just not it for me. It dragged on too much. It was just very stagnant. The characters got very monotonous, and it just it was so annoying because it would be a phenomenal Lifetime movie, but as a book it just doesn't do it for me, and that kind of sucked. So, you know, things happen. I'm definitely still going to pick up more of Natasha Preston's books, but that one was just not my cup of tea, guys. Next is my biggest surprise, and I'm so excited to talk to you guys about this one because I think I talked about this in one of my wrap-ups. I forget which one, but you know, it'll be down below anyway. And that is going to be Lies You Never Told Me by Jennifer Donaldson. Oh god, this book was so good. I was not expecting to love this as much as I did. It started off, I think I gave it like a 4.5 stars because it started off pretty interesting. It was a cool story to be following, but there wasn't too much happening, and then there was the plot twist in this, and I just like, it was amazing. One of the best plot twists I have read this year by far. It was so phenomenal. I adored it. I would easily reread it again just to see if I can spot all the little hints and twists in there because it was so good. It's about these two different teens who are located on two different states, and the boy, he is in a emotionally abusive relationship, and when he tries to break up with the girl, she becomes very obsessive, and it's about their relationship. And then on the other side, we have a young girl who is in high school, and she kind of starts this secret romance with her teacher, and it's kind of how that progresses. So it's about those two different storylines, and oh guys, it's good. It is good. Now we have my new favorite author, R. Scarlett, who wrote Filthy Gods. I recently read this for Smutathon, and I devoured this book in one sitting. It was so delicious, so steamy, so beautiful, and it was everything I wanted in a smutty book. It was perfect. It is a novella too, so it's a really fast and quick read, but I wanted more of that book so bad. R. Scarlett is definitely one of my new go-to smut recommendations, so yes. My newest fictional crush of the year, this comes back from January, but I can't not say that I love this boy, Dean from The Score by Elle Kennedy. Oh my god, do I love this man with all of my heart. I love him so much. My newest favorite character is, oh my god, Tavern from The Merciful Crow. I love Tavern so much, guys. Tavern is definitely one of my new favorite fictional characters. He is the prince's body double in this, and he is just the best. He has such a great character arc in this, and it is just delicious. He is delicious. So is Fee is also a really great female character. I'm just gonna rave about this book till the end of time. I have no problem with that. For a book that made you cry, I haven't cried with any of my books this year. I sometimes tear up when I'm reading mangas, but I haven't really read a book this year that's really gotten to me. A lot of the times it tends to be a very hard-hitting character. I know last year a book that made me cry was Onyx and Ivory by Mindy Arnett. For this year, I'd have to say that a book that made me emotional would be The Devouring Grey by Christine Lynn Herman. I fell in love with this book when I read it. I was raving about it from when I read it till it was released, and then even afterwards. It was just such an amazing book. It focuses on these 4 different families in this place called Four Paths, New York. All 4 of these families are destined to protect their town from this monster that is trapped in the grey, which is an alternate reality of their world, and it can come in and out of existence. And it was just very heart-wrenching, just the different stories of all the characters, what they went through with things that I very much related to. Isaac pulled at my heartstrings. A book that made me happy I just finished probably 2-3 hours ago, and that is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. I was smiling and giggling and laughing throughout this book. It was such a blast. We follow two characters, Lucy and Josh, who were part of two different companies that came together from a merger, and they hate each other. But when they both up for the same position of COO, things start to get a little heated and tensions arise, and it is just, oh, it's just so amazing, guys. This book is phenomenal. I have so many words. I need to actually write my review for it once I finish filming this video, but I adored it so much more than I thought I would, which really spoke to me, and I just related to Lucy so much on so many levels. Not fact, she's short, I'm opposite of short, I'm tall. But everything else about her I just related to, and she spoke to me on so many different levels. And Josh is my dream man. Josh, I would marry Josh. Josh is also one of my newest fictional crushes. That's definitely the truth. Like, I love that man. This book is great. I slept on this book and I'm regretting it. But I'm also glad that I read it now, because I got to read it yesterday while I was sunbaking, so, you know, either or. The most beautiful book that I have bought this year for myself would have to be An Affair of Poisons by Addie Thornly. I have not read it, but the cover is beautiful. It is this matte white with this gold foiling on it and this beautiful red flower, and it is just, oh my god, it is such a gorgeous book. It has to do with this young alchemist, and her mother tricks her into poisoning King Louis XIV. Because of this, the bastard prince now has to take up the throne, and it's about the two of them coming together to kind of reveal her mother's secret society of people who are trying to kind of ruin the kingdom, but they think that they're doing it for a good reason, but they're really not. And then last but not least, it is going to be what books do you hope to finish by the end of the year? I would have to say Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo and Shadowfrost by Coco. I own both of these in ARC form. I received them during Book Expo, and I'm so stoked. I should be reading Ninth House next month in July with Jess over at TundraTomes, and then I also have Shadowfrost, which I'm hoping to read in August because it comes out on October 1st, and actually these both come out on October 1st, but I'm so excited to read both of these books. They're both highly anticipated, and I just know I'm gonna love both of them. For this video, I'm going to tag Jade over at the Jaded Reader, Soleil over at the Little Reader's Corner, Sarah from Novel Sarah-ndipity, Katie from Katie's Book Nook, Steph from Shut Up and Read, Liv from Liv Reads A Latte. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button down below. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe to my channel. And until next time, thanks a bunch, guys. Bye!